Baldur's Gate and romance. Name a more iconic duo. And as we are approaching Valentine's Day, I thought, why not make a whole compilation in a single video where I would basically include all the cutscenes from some of my favorite romances, or at least the ones that I consider to have the most interesting development and story. However, do not be fooled, some of them might not be only sweet but also bittersweet. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the ride, and don't forget to like and subscribe the video, or let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see any specific story with any specific companion.
Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
A hand? Anyone?
This branch of flesh is begging to be pruned, and its sap sucked from.
My mistress' eyelids! Stop! Cease, you loon! Ah! Ah!
As soon as the dreams cross the threshold of your imagination, you snap back to realize they have all come true.
Just full of surprises, aren't you?
Joy floods through you. You were dazed on the Nautiloid, but now you are truly awake. Alive.
Huh. You look rabid, pained, sick. You're spasming and twitching. You poor thing. The norm is to keep dirty thoughts like that to ourselves, but do carry on. It seems you've been dealt a vile hand. I say, play it. Play it for all it's worth. Nobody should deny themselves their true nature. Oh, what's to tell? I'm a magistrate back in the city. It's all rather tedious. So the tadpole gives us the ability to influence others.
Ignore it. Deny it. This is nothing but a disease, and every use will sicken us further.
Nonsense. Any power freely given is a power well received, and this is a valuable power indeed.
It's only valuable if we understand it, and we don't. Not yet, at least.
My point exactly. I'm so glad you agree.
You don't sleep well, flitting between dreams and nightmares. Maybe you wake up because you know something is wrong. Or maybe you just get lucky.
Shit. No, it's not what it looks like. I swear. I wasn't going to hurt you. I just needed, well, blood.
There, in the dim firelight, you see him for what he really is. A vampire, a slave to sanguine hunger.
It's not what you think. I'm not some monster. I feed on animals. Boars, deer, kobolds, whatever I can get. I'm just too slow right now. Too weak. If I just had a little blood, I could think clearer, fight better. Please.
A strange sensation courses through you, and your companion's mind unfolds, secrets half revealed.
At best, I was sure you'd say no. More likely, you'd ram a stake through my ribs. No. I needed you to trust me. And you can trust me. Thank you. Do you think you could trust me just a little further? I only need a taste. I swear. Really? Of course. Not one drop more. Let's make ourselves comfortable, shall we?
It's like a shard of ice into your neck. A quick, sharp pain that fades to throbbing numbness. Your breath catches, your pulse quickens.
Oh, of course. That was amazing. My mind is finally clear. I feel strong. I feel happy. Shouldn't take long. So many people need killing. Now, if you'll excuse me, you're invigorating, but I need something more filling. This is a gift, you know. I won't forget it.
You watch as he stalks towards the forest, stronger, more confident, ready to hunt.
Always makes my day better.
Good morning. How do you feel? It'll pass. Just be glad I'm not a true vampire. A bite from them and you might wake up as a vampire spawn, like my good self. All of a vampire's hunger, but few of their powers. Oh, I've no idea. For 200 years, the sun would have turned me to cinders. Until the crash, when I woke up bathed in its light. Someone, or something, wants me alive. They've changed the rules. Standing in the sun, wading through a river, wandering into homes without an invitation. They're all perfectly mundane activities now. As for my other quirks, well, we can figure those out in time. You're such a sweetheart. I'm just glad you're being sensible about these revelations. I was worried people might turn up with torches and pitchforks. Although there's still time.
A vampire among us? So be it. But should I wake with so much as a drop of blood on my neck, I will end him.
I'd just better not wake in the night to find fangs at my throat.
Quite the opposite. I'm here in the spirit of openness and honesty to work together as a team.
Maybe we could get him to wear a bell. Dissuade any nighttime prowling.
There now. We're all friends again. Shall we go? There's a long day ahead of us. There you are. I was just thinking about you. And that delicious moment we shared the other night. The very same. I've had this condition for 2 centuries, but truth be told, you were my first. In all these years, I've only ever fed on beasts. Drinking the blood of thinking creatures is a different thing entirely. You were delectable. And now I can't help but wonder how the others taste. Alas. It doesn't hurt to ponder the question, though. Take Will, for example. A man of the people. Very palatable. Like a sweet cider. But the Gith? What in the hells would she taste like? Oh. Well, that sounds very appealing. I'm almost convinced. Absolutely. A mere thought experiment. So, in the spirit of theoretical questions, if you had to take a bite from one of them, who would it be? Oh, I'm flattered. Who knew you had such taste? Unfortunately, all this talk is getting me hungry. I better find something I can actually sink my teeth into. There's nothing that tasty lurking out in the woods, but I'll make do. Sweet dreams.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Greetings, child. I've met few aside from goblins here. I live for pain and its intricacies, you see. But, alas, they insist on being so primitive. Pain without purpose is a terrible thing. Wouldn't you agree? Forgive me, but that look in your eyes, something terrible has happened to you. Do not be ashamed, child. What I see in your eyes, in your soul, is only natural. Please, let me alleviate this pain. Well, the Maiden of Pain, Loviatar, teaches us that pain is a most powerful and sacred sensation. And should our pain delight her, should we embrace such a gift, she will grant her most sacred of blessings. If you would permit it, I can show you firsthand.
By all means, let us see what his skilled hand might get up to.
This man is of common stock. Only the poorest of men need settle for the spectacle of their own gore.
Oh, I have something exquisite in mind. Simply face the wall, and we can begin. This will do nicely. The pain you suffer will cleanse you. Do not fight it. You want more? As you wish, dear one.
Would you have joined up with her if you'd known she'd be indulging in this sort of thing, Astarion?
I mean, I had my hopes.
Wonderful! Just wonderful! Wonderful! You want more? I'll give it to you.
My. Who knew our friend had so much blood in them?
Try not to lick your lips as you say that.
That's it! Welcome the pain. Let it become part of you. I hope that's a promise, dear one. Sweet child, you bore the pain like a true believer. I could feel Loviatar's pleasure with every sting of my scourge. I am proud to have served you this penance.
Darling, I was just thinking about you. Remembering our time together, the things we've shared. And I don't just mean that lovely neck of yours. I'm growing to like the whole package. Honestly. And you clearly like me too. So... Come now. Don't be coy. Your body's already given you away. I could feel it as I was getting lost in your neck. Your little shakes of excitement. You enjoyed it, didn't you? You don't have to say a thing. I already know how you feel. Because I feel it too. We could take an evening to ourselves, get away from camp, get some privacy. I know somewhere quiet, somewhere intimate, somewhere we can indulge in each other. Wonderful. I just hope we don't have to wait too long before we can steal away. But once we can, I promise you a night you'll never forget. See you there, lover. A quiet evening for once. Perfect for two people who'd like to take some time to themselves, if you catch my meaning. And I do mean sex, to be clear. We've been waiting long enough. Let's find our own little piece of nowhere. Somewhere we can lose ourselves and forget all this madness. There's a secluded place nearby that should do nicely. Wait until the others are asleep, then come and find me there. Indeed you will, my love. I can't wait. There you are. I've been waiting. Waiting since the moment I set eyes on you. Waiting to have you. Don't I? You're here. And I don't think you want to talk. I think you want to be known, to be tasted. What do any of us want? Pleasure. Yours, mine, our collective ecstasy. That's what you want, isn't it? To lose yourself in me. I thought so. You sleep light. I thought you'd be exhausted after last night. Tempting, but this might not be the time or the place. Now, shall we head back? We should try to get some rest before the sun comes up. It's a poem. A gift from my old master, Cazador. He considered himself quite the artist and used his slaves as a canvas. He composed and carved that one over the course of a night. He made a lot of revisions as he went. You've seen enough already, and if I can't see it, you certainly can't. Infernal? No, it doesn't matter what it says. Whatever the bastard wrote, it won't change what he did to me. Now let's go, before I regret my restraint last night. Looking at something? The only benefit to a mirror when you have my condition, it doesn't quite make up for the lack of a reflection, mind you. Preening in the looking glass? Petty vanity? Of course I miss it. I've never even seen this face. Not since it grew fangs and my eyes turned red. I don't know. I can't remember. My face is just some dark shape in my past. Another thing I've lost. What? And what do you see, exactly? Oh, go on. Very good. Now just tell me I'm beautiful and we can call it a day. Observant. Mirrors aren't much use, but being reflected in someone else's eyes? Well, I could do worse.
Sitting all by himself. You know you'll never get stronger by just standing around. Well then.
Here's my little treat, with their cheeks all flushed. You will come to my bed tonight, won't you? Oh, I certainly can. It would be my pleasure. How about this one? Every time I heard the tieflings cry, I remembered how you sounded, crying for me. Let me give it another go. Every part of your perfect body whispers temptation. It's as if the gods made you just to ruin me. I can go all night with the flattery. But is that really all you want? How about if I said these little words? Everyone's favorite. I love you. I am. It's hard not to with you. Now, as much as I relish standing around and saying all my favorite lines at you, I'd much rather we got to experience each other's full portfolio of talents once again. I'll be waiting.
I was hoping to find you before you turned in for the night. My blood runs hot after the battle.
As she looks you up and down, her mind touches yours. You feel her hand at your neck, her lips closing around yours.
In Menzoberranzan, the highborn would prostrate themselves before me for a fleeting taste of my body. Be mine tonight, and you will know why. Disappointing, but perhaps you lack the imagination to satisfy me.
The buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk. You've picked up a few pleasant memories on your journey amongst your struggles. Your heart skips a beat. What treasures might this night bestow?
I hoped you would come. I have missed you. And now you're all mine. And I'm all yours. Until morning, at least. Let's see where the night takes us.
First in my heart.
A line with a fork and 1, 2, 3 dots. Bloody infernal. How was anyone meant to read this garbage? What are you doing? You sweetheart. But while you're here, maybe there's something else you could look at. I've been tracing the scars on my back with my fingers, trying to read them by touch. But I can't. They may as well be written in Rashimi. This isn't your problem, you know. Fine.
The jagged script is definitely infernal, a language you know all too well. The lines describe oaths and the fires below, but the language is fragmented and strange. This is just a piece of a larger text.
And? What does it say? Infernal pact. But not even the whole text. What was that bastard up to? More dangerous than you thought, perhaps. I never had any doubt. But if this is part of a contract, it must be powerful, or valuable, or both. What have I run off with? No. I could have missed it, of course, but I doubt it. Cazador was only figuratively hellish. There were never any devils hanging about the crypt. Whatever he's left carved in my flesh, it's a mystery to me. Thank you, by the way. This is... well, it's something. Will we? How... sweet. I've been thinking about the runes Cazador carved into my back. That fragment of a devil's contract, or whatever the hells it is. I'm afraid that through those ruins, somehow, Cazador might still be able to dominate me. Oh yes, we all got the same... treatment. If there are other parts of this contract, I'm sure they'll be carved into the others. But I can't exactly stroll up and ask to look at their backs, can I? They're still under Cazador's clawed thumb. No. I thought I might ask someone else. Our devilish friend, Raphael. If anyone's going to know about infernal contracts, he will. I knew you'd see the pragmatic side. Unfortunately, he comes and goes in his own schedule, so we'll just have to look out for any sulphurous odors or the sound of questionable poetry. Meanwhile, I think I'll spend some time studying the art of infernal negotiations.
Urge Oblordra, trader in blood and the sanguineous arts. It is a pleasure to stand before a true soul, and your pale companion. I have an innate curiosity for all things sanguine. He's a vampire, no? Or one of their spawn, at least.
Oh, don't worry. We're all friends under the absolute. I won't bite.
Oh, I'd prefer if you did. I assume he belongs to you? I'm sure he really believes that. How utterly adorable. Do you have a name, Spawn?
Astarion, but hold on!
Good. Now, Astarion. I've dreamt of being bitten by a vampire since I was a young girl.
I'm sorry, you want to be bitten?
To feel your life's blood slipping away. To dance on the edge between life and death. Yes, I want it. I'll even compensate you. A potion of legendary power that forever increases the strength of the one who consumes it. It's not for sale, but it's yours if you bite me.
I will have to decline.
Excuse me? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and you're squandering it.
I gave you my answer.
Can't you talk some sense into your obstinate charge? How very disappointing.
I want to thank you for what you said whilst I was in front of that vile drow. I spent 200 years using my body to lure pretty things back from my master. What I wanted, how I felt about what I was doing, it never mattered. You could have asked me to do the same. To throw myself at her. What I wanted, be damned. But you didn't. And I'm grateful. It's a novel concept, I admit. And, a little intimidating. It would have been so easy to bite her. To just go along with what I was being told to do. A moment of disgust to force myself through, and then I could have carried on just like before. Well, of course. I needed protection. People don't trust vampires, perhaps understandably, so I needed to get someone on my side. And seducing you was easy, frankly. So imagine how stupid I felt when I started to genuinely feel something for you. Trust me, I was not happy about it. You were a complication I didn't see coming. And yet... Really? You're full of surprises, aren't you? Honestly, I have no idea what we're doing. Or what comes next. But I know that this is nice.
Need a moment for the two of us.
Gods, you're beautiful. Us. I still love the sound of that. There is nothing I'd like more. You are perfect. Every time. It's always a pleasure to see you sauntering over. It's not a plan yet. More a feeling. Just an itch at the back of my mind. But I know I'm missing something. Whatever Cazador did to me, it was more than his usual sadism. It had purpose. Once I know what that purpose was, maybe a plan will present itself. But for now, I just need to scratch this itch. Cazador sired 7 spawn, me and my 6 brothers and sisters. He always insisted we were a family, even when he was carving scars into our flesh. I was one of his first. Some of the others came years later. He was a monster to us all, but did take special pleasure in my pain. He said my screams sounded sweetest. Now that I'm gone, I don't know. I pity the other 6.
I've grown quite fond of you, you know, in my way. I thought it only fair to warn you about the dangers ahead. There is a creature that lurks in silence and shadow. A creature who, like me, is very much of the infernal persuasion. Should it make its way out through the very doors you are about to brazenly swing open, you'll have unleashed a pestilence upon this realm. In truth, it is carnage incarnate. So if you meet the devil of which I speak, kill it. Consider no other course of action.
Wait. Before you go, I have a proposal of my own.
A proposal? If you're hoping to taste my blood, little vampling, think again. It burns hotter than wyvern whiskey.
This is serious business, devil. Well, a long time ago, someone carved some runes into my back. I'd rather like to know what they say.
It's something of great importance to your master. But is it a love letter, a warning, or a deed of ownership? I can give you all the gory details, and I will, once the beast that lurks below is vanquished and sent back to the hells.
What's not to like? We kill some horrible beastie, and I get what I want in return. Everyone's happy. Except the beastie.
Then we have an understanding. I look forward to our next meeting. Scars often tell such wonderful stories. I think yours might be truly exquisite.
I'd trust a devil over a vampire any day. I think he likes us. Am I not the very definition of careful?
There's something else, almost hidden by your fear stink. Spit it out. Now!
What are you doing? The devil told us to kill this thing, so let's stop chatting and kill it!
Bastard!
The Orthon is nothing. I'll have my satisfaction when Raphael makes good on his word. Thank you for helping me. It was very kind.
Do you know what happens when a devil is struck down on this charming plane of existence? It returns to the hells, to the very point where it last stood before venturing to whichever devil-forsaken plane it died on.
We delivered the devil. Now I want what I'm owed. We had a deal.
Indeed, we did. I discovered all there is to know about those scars of yours. It's a rather grim tale. Even for my tastes. Brace yourself, Astarion. We're about to unveil your destiny. As you know already, your precious skin is home to one part of a contract between the archdevil Mephistopheles and your former master, Cazador Zar. In full, the contract states that Cazador will be granted knowledge of an infernal ritual so vile it has never been performed. The rite of profane Ascension. It promises to be a marvelous ceremony, very elaborate, incredibly ancient, and entirely diabolical. If he completes the rite, he will become a new kind of being, the Vampire Ascendant. All the strengths of his vampiric form will be amplified, and alongside them he will enjoy the luxuries of the living. The arousals and appetites of man will return to him, And unlike Astarion, he will have no need of a parasite to protect him from the sun. But the ritual has its price, as all worthwhile things do. Lord Cazador will need to sacrifice a number of souls, including all of his vampiric spawn, if he is to ascend. Imagine how he felt then, when one of those precious spawns simply disappeared into thin air. The only missing ingredient is Astarion. You are the final piece he requires to complete the ritual. Your scars bind you to it. Your soul will set off a very wave of death, bringing Cazador his twisted life. And that, my tragic and toothsome friend, is that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have business elsewhere.
It's a lot to take in. What do you think I should do? The idea definitely has appeal. I could get rid of the worm in my head and still walk in the sun. I'd finally be free of the hunger. And if I'm the key to this deal of Cazador's, perhaps I can turn this to my advantage. I need to take the fight to him, and I need you to help me. Thank you. Gods, you're beautiful. Before anything else, I need to know where it's happening. To the public, Cazador is an ordinary noble, a little reclusive perhaps, but just another of the great and the good of Baldur's Gate. He has a grand palace on the hills of the gate, where he hosts the city's high society. I don't know if he performed the ritual there. It feels too public. He'd risk exposure. I know. Subtle, isn't it? I hope so. Because I'm not striking another deal with Raphael. Knows what he'd demand this time. But if the citizens of Baldur's Gate don't know anything, my brothers and sisters might. Cazador is a master of secrets, but the other spawn must have seen something. Did we really have to kill the Moon Maiden's servant? Watching you make decisions is rather like watching a Tarask mating ritual. One simply assumes villages will be destroyed in the process. You'll have to go quite a bit further to surprise me. I won't weep for her, but we could have used her as leverage instead. Sometimes we need to think with our heads before our knives, dear. The gate is closed, as is Cazador. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. An imperious soiree, attended by devils and spawn alike. A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampiric master and elevate him to an unfathomable station. To place him in a position of such esteem, the world will yearn to kneel and offer their necks. Then you've been thinking the same thing. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor. What's a handful of the wretch's servants? If they're anything like me when I was enslaved, they're all but begging for death anyway. After 200 years of shit, pure shit! I think I deserve something better. We'll be glorious both, You and I. You'll have your day too. Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door. If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more and be finally positioned for yours truly to ascend. You're too adorable. I'll be fine. I'm sure they'll bring back memories of so many pathetic years, but I'm much stronger now. If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us, likely with bared fangs. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk. Unless Cazadors change their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey.
I want to have a word.
We should go. I do not want to face the Master if we're late for his Black Mass.
Soon, sister. I only need one more mark.
We have enough for the Master. No more needed.
It's not for the Master, it's for me. I spent 100 years eating rats and dogs, but soon I'll be able to feast. I want someone there, ready for me. And once the Mass is done and our Lord grants us freedom, I can celebrate by drinking them dry.
Cazador promised you your freedom, and you believed him? Ha! You were never burdened with intelligence, Petras. But your load seems especially light these days.
Astarion! It cannot be.
Oh, that's no way to welcome back a brother, doll. Didn't you miss me?
Why would you come back? You got out. You were free.
Of course that's why he came crawling back. He wants to ascend with the rest of us. He heard about the ritual and the power our master will grant us. So he came back with his tail between his legs, hoping all would be forgiven.
You always were an idiot, Petras. Is he hiding? Tell me!
Brother! Please!
You heard them. Tell me what I need to know. Now!
The Master is preparing the Black Mass beneath his palace. There's a defiled chapel. It was hidden there the entire time, hidden from us all.
I'm going to stop Cazador.
What the hell's happened to you, Astarion? What are you?
I'm more than what I was. And I'm not afraid of anything anymore. The sun can't harm me. Cazador can't compel me. I'm the only person who can stop him. Now go, before I change my mind about roasting you, brother.
This isn't over, Astarion.
Poor fools. They actually think Cazador will save them. Yes, and they'll be trembling in fear when they tell him. They're no threat to us. And they have no choice but to do Cazador's bidding. I pity them. Worst of all, they don't know their fate's already set. They're doomed. The only question is whether their lives will be sacrificed to a monster like Cazador, or serve a greater purpose. 7 sigils on 7 spawn. And Cazador has the other 6. We have to face him and take that power for ourselves. Well, yes, technically, only I will ascend and gain the ritual's power. But we're a team. If I become all powerful, then we become all powerful. We are a team, aren't we? You are still with me? Then you'll help me in this. Oh, nothing would make me happier. And now we know he's skulking beneath his palace, we can take the hunt to Cazador. All right, let's go. This place stinks of rat blood and despair.
My. I can tell you are a special one from a single glance. You have but to ask, and we can grant you a moment of pleasure. Don't be shy. And is that your partner with you? What a gorgeous couple. Perhaps we could come to an agreement. We want both of you, silly, at the same time.
Sorry, Pet. I'm not quite comfortable with doing this again yet. Ugh, don't be so nice to me. It makes me want to be nice back. The urges are calling on you again, aren't they? I haven't seen you sleep through the night once in the past days. I knew you had some nasty habits, but I didn't want to pry over much, but bloody hells! A Bhaalspawn! Probably more Baldurian parents scare their children with stories of your kind than mine. I thought your kind was extinct. Goes to show, you should always check your facts. So, how are you feeling? Keen to reconnect with your family? Or ready to throw yourself in an oubliette? You know, though I don't look a day over 100, I was alive in Baldur's Gate when the Bhaalspawn first arose. I was barely aware of it, locked in the kennels as a young spawn. Rather thrilling. I get to watch the bloodshed firsthand. I felt very unfashionable missing out last time. I won't lie. The thought hardly fills me with glee. Even with my newfound advantages, he's still an incredibly powerful vampire. But he's arrogant, too. If he does hear I'm back, he'll try to take me and expose himself in the process. Then I'll be able to strike. Neither will I, darling. At least I hope you'll come along for the show. But regardless, the plan is simple. Find him, stop him from gaining almighty power, and then really enjoy killing him. And if I can seize that almighty power for myself, well, all the better. So this is it. I'm home. There's the same fading carpet, the same tasteless art. Nothing's changed. But gods, everything feels different. Oh no, it's much worse than that. They're fanatics. Here of their own free will and utterly devoted to Cazador. Each one came to our door and begged to be given his eternal gift. They're sure he'll turn them if they serve him well enough. He'd almost feel sorry for the poor deluded souls. But they're idiots who brought this upon themselves, so don't. It does feel strange, breaking into your own home, especially if murder's on your mind. Then again, this is hardly the strangest thing we've done together. Although it could be the most satisfying. Well, the second most satisfying. I've never been less sure of anything. But if I don't face him now, I I never will. I'll spend the rest of my life running, watching the shadows, never feeling safe. No. This has to happen. Here and now. Also, there's a small matter of all that power I can steal from the bastard. So that'll be nice. I know you're there, Golly. Stop skulking and show yourself.
You always were sharp, little one. Sharp enough to cut yourself.
It's taking everything I have not to grind your rotten carcass to dust.
Don't be mad at Cody, child. I only did my job. Only kept you in line.
You tortured us. For days at a time.
Oh, yes. And you sang so sweetly for me. None of the others screamed like you did. But you're home now, and you brought me a treat, eh? A new friend for Cody. Not very nice. Not very friendly. Why are you here then, little one, if not to see Cody?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to kill Cazador.
How dare you? As if you could lay a finger on the master, you ungrateful little brat! Cody will not let you get away with blasphemy. Cody will see you punished!
I have such a headache.
If my dear siblings were right, Cazador's hiding somewhere below the palace. After so many years, I would have spotted any secret tunnels out here. The only place that was off limits to us was his study. If the entrance is anywhere, it'll be there, through the ballroom.
You stand on a clean metal platform, a beautiful but antiquated elevator. There are some scuffs to show its age, signs of things dragged onto it over the years, but it seems to be in good working order.
What in the hells? I never knew this was here. This was always Cazador's private quarters. Only he ever came in here. Well, him and the unfortunate souls we brought to feed him.
Approaching the cells, you're met with hollow-eyed faces. There's an almost physical stink of decay and neglect.
I don't even know what this prison is. He hid all of this from me. And the others. If I had to guess, I'd say they're part of his ritual. But where in the hells do they come from?
You. I know you. You're the one from the tavern. You smiled and joked and got me drunk.
No. You're dead.
You called me so many sweet things. My name sounded like a lyric on your tongue.
Sebastian.
You remember me.
You were handsome. Shy. You'd never been kissed.
You taught me how. And then you destroyed me.
It can't be. Don't. Not now. I know so many of these faces. They're my conquests. I pursued them. seduced them, and brought them to Cazador. He told us he was feeding on them, but he turned them to spawn. He turned every last one, so we'd have souls for this cursed ritual.
How long?
What?
How long have I been down here?
170 years. You were one of my first.
My family. My friends. They're gone. You took them from me. You took everything from me. There's no escape. No escape for us. And no escape for you, Astarion. This nightmare never ends, and it's your fault! You did this, damn you! I damn you to the hells! I damn you to misery! I damn you!
Gods above. He kept Sebastian. I should have known what Cazador was capable of. He's played us for such fools. Not just 7 spawn to placate the devil. 7 spawn and 7,000 souls bound to them in blood. Everyone, whoever trusted me enough to let down their guard, innocents, idiots, and the unlucky. It doesn't matter. I will need to sacrifice them all if I want to perform the ritual. It's just sickening. Seeing them again. I don't know what else.
Hey! Hey, you! Come closer.
Oh, God. It can't be.
It is you. I knew it. I'll kill you. Once I get out of here, I'll kill you! I'm hungry. Starved. And it's all because of him! Didn't he tell you? He's the one that kidnapped us. He's the reason we're spawns. I'll kill you!
Yes. Now that you, mention it, I may have done that. Don't look at me like that. Cazador's orders. Quite the deviation from my usual routine, of course. Capture, not lure. I didn't bring them in with sweet rolls or anything. I really forgot about them. Felt nothing the moment I handed them over to him. Oh.
I hope he finds you and trains you to a husk!
Well, that could have gone better.
Who stands before us? Is this truly our prodigal son? Do not slouch before me, boy. Have you no respect for yourself? Look at you, crawling back after abandoning your family. You should be begging our forgiveness.
Forgiveness? You've never forgiven anything. Every mistake, every slip was punished.
I strove for perfection in all things, even those as imperfect as you. A pity you amounted to so little, despite my efforts.
No! No. Fuck you. And fuck everything you've ever done to me!
They told me you had changed. I dared not believe it. Oh, thankless child, Did I not bless you with our immortal gift? Did I not make you what you are?
You son of a bitch.
You truly forgot my power. You truly thought our bond as creator and creation was all that stopped you from killing me? Oh, you are weak, my child. You are a small, pathetic little boy who never amounted to anything. But today, you will finally do something worthwhile. You will burn, and I will ascend.
No! Stop him! Get me out of this!
Witness the birth of the Vampire Ascendant! Ecce Dominus!
No healing sleep for you! Wake up!
Get your hands off me, worm!
I'm not the one in the dirt. One last thrust. And I'll be free of you. I'll never have to fear you again. But if I finish the ritual you started, I'll never have to fear anyone. Ever.
You think me a fool? That I would allow anyone to usurp me, speak the words, and ascend in my place? The runes I carved into your flesh bind you and all 7,000 souls to the ritual. Complete it, and those bearing the scars will be sacrificed, you included. You are simply a means to an end. I made you to be consumed.
I am so much more than what you made me. I can do this, but I need your help. I need your eyes, in a manner of speaking.
What do you think you are doing?
I'm making what you made me. Use the parasite. Link your mind to mine. Through your eyes, I can see the scars on my back, and copy them onto his.
You would not dare!
I would. And I will. You will be consumed, and all the power you've lusted after will be mine.
I sacrificed others so that I could become who I needed to be. I won't deny you the same chance.
Help me do this. Please.
Your minds join and your two selves become one. You can feel the knife in your hand, see the scars on his back, and taste his hunger for power.
Yes. Yes. I see it.
What are you doing? Don't! Ah!
There. Perfect.
Ungrateful child! Wretched child!
Time to take your place.
Que Dominus has animas ofero in sacrificio.
Yes, Astarion. Take the power you are owed, whatever the cost.
I can feel it. I can feel the power flowing into me. Nunc volo potestantem quam policitus es mihi. That ache in my stomach, that hunger, it's gone. I'm free. I'm finally free! Oh! Oh, it feels delicious. I did. We did. Come on, let's get out of here. I have a brand new world to explore. This is it. The hopeless dream dreamt by all of my kind. I am the greatest vampire to ever walk this land. Even the pale knight would have knelt before me. I felt so very little for so long. My edges dulled over the numb years rotting in the boudoir and kennels. Now, I can hear it at last. See it at last. How all the lowly creatures of this plane are begging to serve. How to call upon them. Scurrying footpads in their safe houses. Rats below our feet in their filthy holes. The crows in the night above! They will obey. And you too. I can tell. Your heartbeat races. You hold your breath while I speak. You await my command. The world will stir in fear. Everything will be ours. Everything. I already hear the world whispering in sweet surrender. And I feel alive. I can't believe you let me do that. Killing all those people. A pleasant surprise. You sweet, sweet thing. I want what's best for you too, of course. And one wicked turn deserves another. So tell me what you desire. What can I do for my dearest pet? You've earned it. But don't you want more? Don't you want eternity? One more bite is all it would take. That's what you want, isn't it? To be mine. Forever. You wouldn't just be some spawn. You're far more than that to me. My dark consort. My right hand. My most beloved spawn. And you will. All in good time. But we mustn't rush these things. You may need time to adjust. Shall we have one last night together, before you join me in immortality? One for the road, so to speak. Then come with me, my love, and live your final night. On your knees, darling. Tonight, I shall drink every drop of your blood, own your body, kill your mind. It will only hurt a bit. The pleasure will be far greater than the pain. You have given me everything. Thank you.
You feel yourself fading from consciousness. When you wake again, you will be his forevermore.
You are so beautiful. And you will be beautiful forever. Thank you for trusting me. Terrifying and brilliant. I knew you'd take it in your stride. Things will be a touch different for you than they were for me when I was a spawn. I'm imbued with unfathomable new talents. I'm fairly certain I can extend Mephistopheles' blessings unto you. You need not fear anything. You will be stronger, swifter, sharper, but you won't be different. You're already perfect before. It's hard to improve. As for me, well, you probably expect me to turn into a sea of mist, run wrong side up on roofs, and to call on legions of wolves in battle. This will all happen in due time. But for now, patience is required. I hear the whispers of the night, but I can't yet speak its language. It's going to take a while to become acquainted with my new self. Mephistopheles has made a new monster, not bound a creature to his will. The rite was honored. The sacrifice is over. Everything lies ahead. I can see my path to a waking dream. From the Crimson Palace, I will govern day and night. Create a city of spawn who bow before me, cast a fog over the world for my children. I wish we could retreat into our palace already and spend a decade in each other's arms. But first, we must manage the trifling matter of the brain. Perhaps it will listen to us. Perhaps it too will serve. I'm so lucky I crash-landed next to such an intelligent creature as you. We make a fine team, don't we? You want to talk? That's very cute. But of course, you deserve a treat. I do rather like that, you know. Spawn is an ugly word. I really do prefer consort. As much as I wish to sequester you in a deep chamber of my palace and keep you all to myself, there's much to be done. First, we'll take Baldur's Gate. Then, we'll take the world. We'll dominate it until the sun itself melts. And then, we'll give ourselves to the night. Of course I will. And you'll drink mine. I can't wait to taste your lips after you've tasted me. Don't you worry. You have supped of my blood. It will be no trouble to extend a fragment of my protection to you. Just don't stray too far. But you'd never dream of doing that, would you? Why would I need to? You're going to be wonderfully obedient.
Here come those who seek to transcend. Aspirants of his most profane order. The would-be unholy assassins of Bhaal. But you are no mere aspirant. I did not expect to see you again. So it is true. You have returned.
Saravok Anchev, a Bhaal spawn who failed to become chosen long ago. Spilled stain of father's divine essence left out to dry. Is he your cousin, great uncle, brother even? Bhaal's bilious waters are always a little murky.
I have heard it said you lost your memories. Let me revive them. You were once Bhaal's favorite. You worshipped him the way he would wish. Your bloodlust innate. Your thirst for butchery unslakable. But you were foolish enough to think yourself untouchable. You didn't see Orin rising through the ranks. You were blinded by her artistry, her devotion. You believed she worshipped you as much as all the others. Your fall was as spectacular as your birth. The purest Bhaal spawn there ever was. Ruined by her own hubris. But now, you have returned. Tell me, are you here to have your vengeance on my granddaughter? I see why Orin spoke of you with daggered spite. But this is not her dwelling place. Orin resides within our father's temple. She may have usurped you once, but all her rites and rituals will never match her to your natural gift. Bhaal is about to name a new chosen. All is between you and my granddaughter, Orin, now. And Orin has much to learn. Our Lord does not care for beauty. Bhaal cares only for death. Death in numbers. Death in droves. It is a lesson Orin will only learn in death. I wonder if you will be the one to teach her.
Shh. Your savior approaches, scuttling in without the tyrant's rock.
You are a mangled bloodbrain, thinking father could be refused. Did it think it could protect? Did it think it could save? Only the blades can offer salvation. Do you remember now, bloodkin?
How you screamed as my knife slit your skull. Your brain juices, sticky and sweet. A little hole, big enough for the worm. Your body, a blood sac to feed it. The favorite of Bhaal turned meat puppet, strung up by the sinews and plucked by my hands.
Straggling memory rises. Day your tyranny should have engulfed this world. It was you who were the first to be enslaved. Orin's smile was the last thing you saw, her bright blade glinting as she chiseled into your skull. Her reckless digging left your mind shattered. She robbed you of your bloody birthright, reduced you to nothing. Nothing but pure hate. And now it burns, yearning for vengeance.
Husk, maggot, a Bhaal spawn, slip sliding in filth with these pigs. You don't deserve the Murder Lord's blessing. It opens its lips and spews filthy lies. No, no! Bhaal has not decided. First, our blades must carve and slice. The runt must be cold, the flesh offered.
The changeling stands no chance, fiendish one. Eviscerate her.
The Murder Lord's blessing will be mine once I peel the skin from your carcass.
If anyone interferes, Master, you are the chosen one. He is near. He comes for you.
Father, an offering of his affection for you, or confirmation that he owns you.
chosen, my slayer, violence incarnate, you will become a testament in blood. Go, child of Bhaal, claim the crown of Caucasus, control the Absolute, and command a horde fit to butcher this world in my name.
The stone trembles with evils, warm as father's hate. Another part of your glimmering birthright for you to abuse as you please.
It seems the father issues are only just beginning, eh? The choice is made. You'll never stop killing. You're going to sit nicely in my lap, perhaps naked, as I give orders to our nocturnal horde from my palace throne. Bhaal's army will be an unsurpassable dowry. I cannot wait for you to claim it. All of that? And the stones didn't even work? I swear, this is never ending. Then we'd better make it count. You've never tasted so sweet, darling. Oh, as well as can be expected when facing down the end of the world. Please, darling. You have the vampire Ascendant on your side. How could we lose? Look at this place. From a symbol of the city's power and grandeur to a brain-infested husk. Maybe I should help fund the repairs when this is all over. It would be the civic-minded thing to do. And it means we could install secret tunnels, spy holes, maybe even a murder pit. Everything we'd need to rule from the shadows.
There. At last. It is subdued.
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute!
And thus, I honor my mother's legacy. The grand design, once again, ended by my line.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of Orpheus's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps. You glimpse the lifelong destiny promised by your father. Enslave, dominate, ruin. In your father's name, you must seize your rightful claim to the brain, not destroy it. If you do not, then he will flay and shred your mind, so it cannot even comprehend the horrors he will plague you with.
It can be ours, my love. The whole world. We only have to take it.
In Bhaal's name.
Thousand respiring things lie below, pointing up at you, gasping their last. But there is one who deserves the honor of your first death, the beginning of your end.
My darling love, you were perfect, my sweet. And now, the world is ours to rule. No, this can't be. I can't. You can't. No.